You're listening to The Alex Jones Show. From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
We are living in an epic time as open world government is being established and as scientific systems of divide and conquer are being used to distract and divert the public while this technological system of control goes into place. I'm simply here trying to warn people, because the more people that are awake and aware of what's happening, the better chance we have of turning this around. Let's go to your phone calls right now. The toll-free number to join us, first-time callers, 877-789-2539, 877-789-ALEX. Bob in North Dakota, you're on the air worldwide.
Alex, love your show, man. Get the truth out, brother. Listen, I got to tell you something. I got to make a couple points here. You've got to hear this. This is exactly what Obama promised in his 2008 campaign promise about we need a 1 million-man civilian police force as well-equipped and as well-funded as the U.S. military. Together with that and the billions of rounds of ammunition they bought, together with the global destabilization of the economy, the one world government that's coming, it's like the Antichrist, man, and the 4 blood moons that are coming, this is all signs. There are going to be some incredibly bad things that are going to happen in 2015, and people better get ready.
Well, there's no doubt that the people running Obama are trying to bring the country down, and I say it because it really happens. A police officer, I was out at a store today, walked over, who was a listener, started talking to me, and we're talking about the dead cops in New York and the destabilization, and how he was just talking about how, yeah, the folks on the force all know that it's a federal destabilization program. And I looked at him and I said, yeah, I get chills. And I had this big chill, and I just had another one. When I think about the people that are in control are really evil. It'd be like if we lived in Nazi Germany in 1935 before Hitler really started getting going. But you could feel the chill. Germans talked about it, that we're aware. And I can feel the chill. Can you imagine if they're already doing this? What else is Obama going to pull the next 2 years when he's green-lighted by John Boehner, Mitch McConnell, and all these neocons to do heaven knows what?
We're in deep trouble, Alex. And, you know, on top of everything else, I just heard a couple of days ago that in the Wall Street Journal, maybe you can research and see, that the Obama administration is seeking to ban Christmas lights, and the comment period ends December 30th. Can you believe that? I mean, this is the most, you know, ask God to bless Planned Parenthood, and then turns around and it's just crazy what's going on, Alex. It's biblical, man.
That's because they have to train us that they can do absurd things. And then when they say jump, we say how high. It is biblical. Since you mentioned it, here's that clip of Obama and his domestic security force, just as big and just as strong as the military. And that's Homeland Security now with their neighborhood community organizers that get federal funds, who then go out and stir stuff up and spy on people. That's their HUMINT, or human intelligence. Here it is.
We cannot continue to rely only on our military in order to achieve the national security objectives that we've set. We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded.
Here's the message that's being sent. The border's been broken. The illegals have been legalized by fiat. Obama's operating as a dictator. Who in their right mind thinks that they're not going to try to totally take over the next 2 years, and that they're not going to drop the hammer and false flag and blame us for terror attacks? I mean, TV shows, movies, video games, they're priming the pump that the patriot is the person to look out for, because the patriot knows who the enemy is.
That's right. They're scared of the righteous, and they're scared of the freedom-loving Americans. And I tell you, Alex, God bless you. God bless your show. God bless all the patriotic, American-loving listeners. We've got to stand up, and we cannot let this go any further.
I agree. And I mean, here's the deal. We got to be peaceful about it, because that's what they're looking for is violence. We got to be very aggressive in the info war. And people got to come to grips with how much trouble we're in. And I get it, folks. I've been mugged before and stuff like that. When somebody walks around a corner and pulls a gun or a knife out and says, give me your money, you don't believe it's happening. Well, it's like this. I mean, it really is happening. It's really happening. For all of recorded history, civilizations around the world praised the health benefits of silver. At InfoWars Life, our mission is to bring you the highest quality, purest, cleanest, effective colloidal silver on the market today for the lowest price available. You don't have to be a doctor to know. The fall and winter months are the most dangerous time of year in North America when it comes to you and your family's health. InfoWarsLife.com is very excited to announce our biggest run yet of Silver Bullet colloidal silver, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Now, InfoWarsLife.com has taken colloidal silver to the next level using a cutting-edge technique that is free of toxic artificial additives. Now more than ever, it's important to stock up on high-quality Silver Bullet from InfoWarsLife.com and to help others during Christmas by teaching them about the powerful benefits of silver. Secure your Silver Bullet today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.
With your friends. Good for you.
KLN, Los Angeles, Clone Radio. We play the songs that sound more like everyone else than anyone else. Clone.
Hitler took the guns. Stalin took the guns. Mao took the guns. Fidel Castro took the guns. Hugo Chavez took the guns. 1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms. The Republic will rise again when you attempt to take our guns.
I have sworn upon the altar of God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man.
The answer to 1984 is 1776. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Some of the headlines on Infowars.com. Bush-Clinton dynasty dominates presidential poll. We covered that last hour. Hillary gets 66% out of a wide field, and Jeb Bush has 23%. I really don't buy into that poll because the other polls don't show numbers like that. It shows Rand Paul and Ted Cruz, respectively, at the front of the lead. Indonesia verifies report on AirAsia plane's emergency landing. AirAsia flight from Indonesia to Singapore confirmed missing. North Korea not responsible for Sony Pictures hacking. U.S. cyber experts say, and the hackers have gone public, saying North Korea wasn't. Looks like a Sony stunt to me. Thousands of cops, and we have the video on Infowars.com, turned backs to Mayor de Blasio as he speaks at one of the funerals of the slain police officers executed. Ferguson protester posts ominous threat to police. New Year's Eve massacre, kill a pig night. And then there's video we played last hour of them saying deck the halls with dead police. I mean, this is just completely and totally transparent on every front. Regardless of what you think of some out-of-control police or bad police tactics that come from the federal government in most cases, it's an attempt to start civil unrest in the country and scapegoat one of the most visible groups in government. They know that Congress has a 7% approval rating. They know that 80-something% of Americans on average are against Obamacare now. They know you're awake to the screw jobs. So they want to scapegoat the lowly enforcer. At least the police have to go out in traffic and write the tickets and raise the money, even though I can't stand it and know it's, in most cases, a bunch of garbage. At least they have to go to the civil unrest. At least they have to go to the domestic disputes that are so dangerous. At least they're out there in the real world compared to these bureaucrats that work for foreign banks that are screwing everyone over. Again, I don't lionize the police. I don't romanticize it. But having a war with them is exactly what the social engineers want. They don't care if citizens get killed and cops get killed. They love it. How about we kill bad ideas like the private Federal Reserve? or Obamacare? How about we kill Obamacare? Legal and lawful. Repeal it. That should be what people are marching in the streets about. That giant screw job written by foreign offshore companies to raise taxes on poor people and double and triple prices. How about we repeal gun control in Chicago and New York and D.C., where it's been repealed for 5 years? In fact, I saw an article on Town Hall where tens of thousands marched. First it was 1,000, then tens of thousands marched with their guns openly in D.C. A huge event. Print that for me. I forgot to cover it. That's what we're looking for there. The open exercise of rights, not gangster rap openly funded by the Justice Department. This is in the news today. 1 week before these cops got killed, glorifying killing New York police. It's just, that's a way to destroy any opposition. We need well-spoken, constitutionally based opposition to the globalization of our police and them being taken over. But if we can be tricked into fighting them, they will then run to the globalist and the New World Order wins. I mean, this is such a simple equation. JT Coyote, I believe that's who it is, calling from Colorado. I hadn't called in a while. An occasional writer from Infowars.com and shooting magazines. Is that you, JT?
It is me, my friend.
JT Coyote? Okay, what's your take on all this?
Well, you know, the whole divide and conquer thing happening with the Ferguson riots and now this video barrage, this music video barrage that's coming out. It's everywhere on YouTube.
Yeah, there are hundreds of videos that I've seen in the last few months by the big giant mega hip-hop systems that are openly run by the globalists now going into pure cop killer mode.
Well, I don't think that they're going to succeed with it because there are more and more people who are hearing what you have to say. And I think what folks need to do in their local communities, small towns, medium-sized towns, cities, is they need to realize that most of the people in government, whether it be the town councils, city councils, governors, whatever, or their underlings, and the cops, they're brainwashed by the mainstream media.
That's it. They're compartmentalized and they're ignorant.
Exactly, and we need to wake them up. Need to wake them up with just, walk up to them and put your hand on their shoulder and say, I think you might be wrong on this point, and here's why. And
well, you're certainly not going to win an argument shooting him in the head for no reason. And I mean, listen, it's clear. The Justice Department is lighting this fire. They're the same people that ship tens of thousands of guns into Mexico to destabilize that country and blame the Second Amendment. This is a false flag, period. And it's not just me, JT. It's you. It's many others. It's common sense. People can see what's going on. Do you think they'll be successful kicking this off? Because they are in full press right now.
Well, they're pushing hard, and it's kind of like that infamous Hail Mary. I don't think it's going to work. Too many people are awake. Also, Alex, tell Rob, tell Dew that we got snow up here from heaven, and get his boat out and get his butt up here.
Well, I hear you. Al Gore says that the more snow is a proof of global warming. So just pay his carbon taxes and everything will be all right. Let's talk to Kevin. Kevin, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hi, Alex. Calling about Sandy Hook. Basically, my take on it is I live about 50 miles from Newtown, and the whole thing is pretty much the next step in reality TV. Because with other false flags like 9/11 or Oklahoma City or the Boston bombing, at least something happened. With Sandy Hook, there's no there. You've got a bunch of people walking around a parking lot. It's pretty much what it comes down to. And none of the
No, I've had the investigators on. I've had the state police have gone public. You name it. The whole thing is a giant hoax. And the problem is, how do you deal with a total hoax? I mean, how do you even convince the public something's a total hoax?
Very hard because, you know, anytime I talk about this issue with people, you know, you get criticized, blackballed, ridiculed, called every name in the book, or they respond with the magic words they were saying on TV. There's no statement more proof positive of somebody who's been brainwashed by that stuff, mainstream media, than those words. They were saying on TV. Well, I always tell people the same thing. Go out and prove the official story. And I knew the millisecond this happened with that